or at least that was Franklin Gilliam's estimate. Attached to the bookshop was a gallery where Dorman proposed to sell Western landscapes, some of which he had, and none of which were acquired cheaply, though some probably were consigned. It eventually fell to Dorman's sister Diane to dispose of much of the Western art. There was a grand opening, which I did not attend. Instead, I wandered in a few days later and bought a signed, limited copy of Dr. Rosenbach's early American children's books, for which I paid a pittance. Dorman chased me down and asked for it back. It was supposed to be part of his reference library, though, as far as I could see, there was no reference library. I reluctantly yielded it up, taking some Tarzan first editions in exchange. The Tarzans looked pretty silly in that grand room. This was the first of a number of puzzling, ambiguous trades I made with Dorman David, in which I always seemed to come out the winner. In one trade I came away with a Mercedes coupe, a vehicle far beyond my skills. In another I got an excellent pool table, which I still have. Dorman, like Grace, seemed to simply attract good things. It might be a Purdy shotgun today or a Rolls-Royce tomorrow. Not only did he attract them, he was always willing to trade, but he seemed to come out on the losing end in most of these trades. They can rarely have been good for his business, which, after all, was in rare books. At one juncture he acquired a cannon collection, an asset not easily moved. Dealers began to fly into Houston in droves, just a little less heavy than the droves of passenger pigeons must have been. One, I hear, traded a modestly valuable Huxley manuscript and some kind of a guitar for a fine copy of 3 Stories and 10 Poems, Ernest Hemingway's first book. This, of course, could be legend. I am not sure exactly how long Dorman managed to hang on, but it was not long. Then he flamed out. A hasty selection of his rarest books went to the auction rooms. The major dealers got back their treasures for modest sums and, as good dealers will, proceeded to sell them again. Dorman fled to Mexico. The auction had not yielded enough. The threat of bankruptcy loomed. And then in strode Grace.